Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. वासुदेवेन्द्रयोगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुं मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते. हरि ओम तत्सत्. Tattvabodha, the fundamentals of the life or the essence of the life. First, knowing about the fundamentals of the life, that means through which, by which ingredients this anatma, body, mind, intellect complex has made. So that all is the fundamentals of the life. But actually the life is expressed through this body instrument because of the chaitanyam. That is the essence of the life. So the essence of the life is one and the same in and through, everywhere, for everything, always. But these ingredients combination, there may be a change according to the upadhi. So there are so many varieties of conditionings from a small amoeba body to the Brahmaji body. So this is what we have studied in this Tattva Bodha up to the last class. When it comes to the topic of the essence of the life is expressed through many gadgets of different living beings. Even though the life is not expressed in the form of the living being, but even in the non-living beings also, non-living things also, the inner essence is the same. So only the expressing media is not there. That's why it is not expressed. That's it. So this essence of the life, the saram, is the atma or the consciousness. Now the main very important discussion is going on in the last class. After explaining about all the three bodies, three avasthas and everything, and the Srushti Prakaranam, then in that the Vyashti, who is this Jiva, and Samashti, who is that Ishvara, then the Aikyam or the identity between this Jiva and the Ishvara. Jagat, there is no place here because Jagat is nothing but the total the total creation, the Ishvara is he himself is the Jagat. Same way here, the individual body is the part of the Jagat. So Ishvara is the total Samashti and Jiva is the Veshti. Whatever is there in the Samashti Brahmanda is there in the Anda also, Pinda also. Now, when this topic came here, so one should not keep this difference of the Jiva Ishvara Bheda Buddhi. As long as he accepts this difference of the Jiva Ishvara, then what will happen? Janma Maranadi Rupagam Samsaram never goes away, never leaves him. That's why one should not accept this Jiva Ishvara Bhedam na svikarya. After telling this, the question has raised that how come, O teacher, to such a nirahankarasya sarvagnasya ishwarasya, uh, then kinchignasya and sahankarasya and alpagnaha to such a jiva and Ishvara, how come the oneness can be established? How is it possible? They both are diagonally looks very opposite. Then the Guru explained that when we say Jiva Ishvara are one, you must take this sentence that is the Tattvamasi Mahavakya. The questioner student also mentioned that your Shastras, Upanishads, and you teachers always teach that Mahavakya Tattvamasi. That means you are that. Now, in that Mahavakya or Jiva Ishwar Aikyam, when we say, you have to look into a look into that sentence in a proper way in two angles. It is not the Vachyardha, if you take Jiva is Alpagna only, Kinchigna only, Sahankaraha only, with limited instrument and Upadhi. And in the same way, when we talk about the Tvam, Tat, that Ishvara, is Upadhi wise, is and Gnanam, Upadhi wise is big, and Gnanam wise also is Sarvagnaha. But Vachyardham is, there is a difference. Don't take the word meaning, but take the Lakshartha, the indicative meaning. Then the Guru said, when you take that Lakshartha of the Jiva word, Tvam, it is refers to the Shuddha Chaitanyam, the consciousness. In the same way, regarding the Ishwar also, the Lakshartha refers to the Shuddha Chaitanyam, and so in that Lakshartha indicative aspect, if you see, both are the Chaitanyam only. Both are Chaitanyam only. So in that sense, they are one and the same, but not at the Upadhi level. So are you able to grasp it? Is it clear for you? So Shuddha Chaityam Tatpada Lakshartha. In this way, evam Jiva Ishwarayoho Chaitanya Rupena. Chaitanya Rupena Jiva Ishwara, in between them, Abhede Bhadaka Bhavaha. So establishing this non-differential unity oneness between these two, Abhede, is very easy, not at all difficult. It won't have any difficulty. Bhadaka, Bhadaka Abhavaha. There is no any difficulty. But if you take the only Vachyartha, then you will get confused and you will get this kind of doubt. Now, after telling this, we are in the last topic. Actually, last class we are just about to start that. Then the teacher says, whoever knows this in this way, then he is called it Jivan Mukta. He is liberated while living. He is liberated while living. That means he is the Gnanavan. He is a Gnani. He is a Sthita Prajna. He is a man of steady wisdom. So, Guru says now, today, Jivan Muktaha. This Jivan Muktaha Eva word has already said in the before statements. Evam cha Vedanta Vakyaihi. In this way, after listening to the Vedanta Vakyas from the teacher properly for a lengthy period of time, and after analyzing all that, Vedanta Vakyehi, that is very important, not any other Vakyas, not the stories or the Puranas or the some other thing. Vedanta Vakya, the Mahavakya Upadesha. Sadguru Upadeshena cha sarveshvapi bhuteshu yesham brahma buddhirutpanna te jivan muktaha ityardhaha. So this Jivan Mukti word is now is taken as the discussion. That means after attaining the oneness Gnanam of the Jiva Ishvara, the Atma Gnanam, that person is called Jivan Muktaha. That is the phalam. We are in the last topic. Gnana, Tattva, Bodha. After listening Mahavakya up to that, what is the phalam result? Now this sentence we will analyze slowly. Evam cha, in this way, Vedanta Vakkaihi Sadguru Upadeshena. That is also very important. Only by a competent living teacher who is following the Sampradaya way of teaching and who is having a Guru to him. So Guru Parampara, Sadguru Upadeshena. Sadguru means who realize the truth Sat and established in that Sat as his own self, and such a Sadguru or Sat Sampradaya. Sampradaya Guru Upadeshena cha. Whoever listen to this Vedanta Vakya, what will happen? He come to know that Sarveshvapi Bhuteshu, not only I am Jiva and Ishvara one. When I say like that, I am able to understand. It is understood that all the Jivas, Sarveshu Api Bhuteshu, then Esham Brahma Buddhi Utpanna, who got this knowledge of Brahma Buddhi. Brahma Buddhi means Brahman alone, Chaitanyam alone, Atma alone, pervading everywhere in everything. Everything is nothing but the Atma. Everything is nothing but the Brahman. Sarvam Brahmamayam. In Bhakti Shastra, it is said Sarvam Shivamayam or Sarvam Vishnumayam. So this Samadarshanam is very, very important. Is this Brahma Buddhi Rutpanna Esham? Everywhere the same Atma is pervading. No difference on any account. This is very clear cut knowledge for such a person. Then they are called Jivan Muktaha. They are called Jivan Muktaha Ityarthaha. Then naturally the question again asked by the student, please sir explain more in detailed what do you mean by this Jivan Muktaha? Nanu Jivan Muktaha Kaha. Then who is this Jivan Muktaha? Can you say some more details or the uh, symptoms of this Jivan Mukta? You said some, but okay. Whoever not having this Veda Buddhi and Sarvesham Bhuteshu Api. This Sarveshu Bhuteshu Sarvatra Samadarshanam word is very much uh, explained in so many ways in so many textbooks, that is Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads. So Bhagavan in Gita also Sarvatra Samadarshanaha, the word he uses. In the same way, so many Kaivalya Upanishad and Ishavashopanishad. Yastu yasmin sarvani bhutani atmanyevanu sarvabhutastamatmanam tado na vijugupsade. Yastu sarvani bhutani atmaiva bhudvijanatah tatra ko moha kashokaha ekatvamanupashyatah. So in this way, sarvatra samadarshana. So in Kaivalya Upanishad also, many places Bhagavad Gita, this sarvatra samadarshana word is very much highlighted because that is the result of the or Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma Nashochati na Kankshati Samas Sarveshu Bhuteshu Madbhaktim Labate Param. Even from the angle standpoint of bhakti, if you take also the culmination of the bhakti, the Shuddha Bhakti ends with the Parabhakti ends in the Gnana. That Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. By knowing, seeing, understanding everything is nothing but the Brahman, and he is very happy, peaceful, and quiet. Anyhow, the question asked again, oh, teacher, please explain much more. Jivan Muktaha. Jivan eva Muktaha iti Jivan Muktaha. Liberated by living. Vedanta Shastra doesn't inquire, doesn't encourage or never encourage that posthumous Jivan Mukti. After your death, you will go to this place or that place, then you will get the moksha. No, liberation while living. If the liberation is not taken place while living, definitely there is no liberation after the death. This question is asked by a great devotee of Lord Rama, Saint Tyagaraja. మోక్షమోగలదా భువిలో జీవన్ముక్తులు గాని వారలకు మోక్షము గలదా. O Rama, please tell me, let me know that there is any mukti, moksha for a person who are not liberated while living here. Bhuvilo Jivan Muktul Kani Varakla, who was not liberated while living in this world, in this body itself, then that means there is no mukti later. If Jivan Mukti is there, then we can talk about the Videha Mukti. Now, the teacher answers for this question, who is Jivan Muktaha? यथा देहोहम पुरुषोहम ब्राह्मणोहम शूद्रोहम अस्मीति दृढ़ निश्चयः तथा नाहं ब्राह्मणः न शूद्रः न पुरुषः किंतु असंगः सच्चिदानन्दस्वरूपः प्रकाशरूपः सर्वान्तर्यामी चिदाकाशरूपः अस्मि इति दृढनिश्चयः रूपः अपरोक्षज्ञानवान् जीवन्मुक्तः. Very beautiful, elaborated, big answer given by the teacher. We will ponder on these words. Very important. First, the Guru started explaining, giving the answer by telling one example like by as the people yatha generally, normally everybody considers themselves the body. Aham deha, I am the body. But in fact, as I told last class, we keep in the mind as I am the body. But when we actually use the words and transact and speak, for my body, I am having headache. Okay, I am having stomach pain. In this way, now my body is not well. But we say I am not well. Do you mean that actually your body? But unknowingly or knowingly, we mix and talk like this. Yatha dehaha haha aham. I am the body. This is the primal ignorance, first error all of us are having. I am the body. Because we function through the body, we express through the body, and unfortunately, we identified with the body too much that uh, I use the body, but I am not the body, we forget. Okay, that's why we work as the, we should not work as the body, we should not function as the body, but we function and work by the body. by the body. So, but ignorantly, because of ignorance, yada deha aham. Then what else? Purushaha aham. I am the man or I am the woman. Like this, so many attributes we keep on add to this, no, for us. Taking this body as the real, taking this body as I am, and then I belong to the Brahmana community. Brahmana aham, Shudra aham, asmiti. So like this different caste and the creed. In this way, very with confirmation, with strong hmm, identification, we say that I am all this. That means jati, varna, kula, gotra, all these are all added attributes, but we take them as the real. Body itself is not you, then what to talk about the added colors to this body? Body itself is not real, body itself is not you. But how much we get entangled in those other things, you see, by caste, religion, language, by gender, by race, by complex color, so many things. So here the teacher just given examples of the one is body identification, then in the mind again the male female difference, then more intellectual that identification of the I am the Brahmana, I am the Kshetra, I am the Sudra. That means what? Altogether here these are the things we generally consider and say. But the Gnani, ones who realize this truth of the Atma, the oneness of the Brahman everywhere except the Atma, Parabrahma, Paramatma, there no nothing is there. Either you or me or no this kind of any Tvai mahi nanyatraiko Vishnu Vyardham kupyasi maya sahishnu in Bhajagovindam. Why you create these differences of you and me and he and she, all this? Everywhere, everything is only one Atma is only pervaded. But so in that way, as Dhrudanishyaha, Tadha, in the same way, this Gnani, about whom we are talking as the Jivan Muktaha, he knows I am not the Brahmana, I am not the Sudra, I am not the Purusha or Stri. That means he negates all the extra added attributes to this body, to this body. So generally, this list, if you take, it is Varna Ashrama Dharmas, Chatur Varnyam, four Varnas are there, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, Vaishya, Vaishya Shudra. And now four ashramas are there, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. These are all at the relative level, at the Vyavaharika level, they have got their own place. We are not negating that aspect, but we are talking about the Gnani who risen above all these limitations. These are all called limitations. Body is a limitation, mind is a limitation. Limitation means upadhi. As long as you are not growing above, come out of these limitations, then you are bound. You are the bandha. You are in samsara. You want to get it off from this, then jump out of all these limitations, throw all the limitations, and grow out of the limitations. So those limitations are generally talked. So varna atitam, jati linga atitam. For this, there are beautiful shlokas, one or two I would like to refer. One is from the Viveka Chudamani, maybe already I have told to you, but again, it's worthy of remembering and memorizing and recollecting these kind of shlokas. Very good. There, 10 contemplative shlokas. For a Vedantic student, contemplation means nididhyasanam. Nididhyasana means whatever he heard from the teacher, the Upadesha, he do mananam and clarifies, removes all the doubts, and he just recollects and he tried to apply those words as his own nature, as his own nature. And that is becomes the dhyanam or nididhyasanam for the Vedantic student. So in that way, that shlokas goes 10 nearly. The first shloka itself related to this. Jati niti kula gotra duragam नामरूपगुणदोषवर्जितं देशकालविषयादिवर्ति यत् ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मने. In your mind, you should think you are the Brahman, which is beyond the Jati, Varna, Kula, Gotra, Kala, Guna, Dosha, Varjitam, and it's beyond everything, beyond everything. So this very nicely explained in the shloka. In the same way, Bhagavad Gita also, uh, ब्राह्मणस्य गविहस्तिनि शुनि चैव स्वपाके च पंडिता समदर्शिनः. He sees Samadarshana everywhere, in either in Chandala, either in the Pandita, either in the dog, either in the cow or in the elephant. In every body, in every, the embodied is the same Atma. Same Atma. So, Sarvabhutastam Ishwaras Sarvabhutanam Buddhe Arjuna Trishtati. Okay. Kshetragnam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. The kshetragna word used in the Bhagavad Gita, in particular one chapter name itself is kshetragna vibhaga yogam. So in that, the kshetragna, the knower of the kshetram, kshetrams are many. That means many bodies. Kshetra means here body. Kshetragna, the resident of that body, the embodied, the Atma, Brahman, is Kshetragnam chapi mam vidhi. There Bhagavan says mam. Here we have to say aham. Kshetragnam chapi aham vidhi. Sarva kshetreshu bharata. So, still one more interesting episode about the his particular thought, which comes in the Shankara Adi Shankara's life when Bhagavan Adi Shankara is traveling through the Karnataka state, and in one particular village he happened to go there, and there one Vaidika Brahmana family, they came to meet Shankaracharya in that village. They, why they came to meet him, they got a one child who is around 12 years old, but from the birth, after he grown up little bit, he has to speak no as usual, but he is not at all opening the mouth and not speaking. First they thought he is maybe dumb person. Later on they thought of he is a deaf. But like this they showed to some Vaidyas, but all of them said no, he is perfectly all right. Whether it is a mentally retarded child, no, nothing. But somehow they did the Upanayanam also, Gayatri Upadesham also, and maybe he will start do now that at the age of 8 and 9. Then also he is not at all involving in anything. But he looks so cheerful and calm and quiet, and he never opens the mouth. Naturally, it is a big worry for the parents. So ultimately, when they come to know that Shankaracharya is visiting, so he's a great Mahatma, let us go and see and get the blessings. So that time when Shankaracharya came and they came and met the Shankaracharya, and Shankaracharya saw that boy, then Shankaracharya, with a great love and compassion, asked that child, "Who are you, my dear child? Okay, please tell your name. You are looking so sweet." Like that, he very compassionately asked the child, "Speak for my sake, please." Then that child boy, who so far never opened the mouth, when he saw this great master of the Advaita, Acharya Gnani, asking, that time he opened the mouth. You know what he said? That is the first his words uttered, some few 9 shlokas or something, which is later on become a famous poem like Hasta Malakiyam. This title also given by the Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya. Then that boy become the disciple of the Shankaracharya, one of the 4 main disciples, Hastamalakacharya. Charyan. Hastamalakaya means as just like a open uh, a fruit kept in your palm, and it is ready to eat for you. Such in such a way, very clearly, Hasta Amalakam. Amalakam means actually that mm, uh, the fruit which is sour, and that fruit, if it becomes the uh, very ripened, you can see the seed from inside. You can see the seed, and that's why it is like that. This boy is able to see the inner self essence, the Atma, inner self, Atma. So that's why Hasta Amalakavat, he is able to give that knowledge within few shlokas. And later, Bhagavan Shankara written commentary also for that. That one shloka beginning, I will tell you. So Shankara asked, "Who are you? Tell about you." नाहं मनुष्यो न च देवयक्षो न ब्राह्मणक्षत्रियवैश्यशूद्राः न न ब्रह्मचारी न गृहीवनस्तः भिक्षुर्न चाहम्. So he negated, I am not the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Manusha, Gandharva, Brahmachari, Vanaprastha, even Sannyasa. I am not belong to any of those things. Then, who am I? I am the Nija Bodha Nija Bodha Rupa. 3 words as like Sat Chit Ananda. Satyam Gnanam Anantam. So just 3 words. Nija Bodha. The Shuddha Gnanam, which is ever pure and illumining the all the entire worldly knowledge, all the senses, all the bodies, all the every object. That Nija Rupa, Nija Bodha, Bodha. And that's why it is Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha. So very beautiful answer. Why I am referring all these things? Because that is the message here, the teacher bringing out. Yada deha aham purusha. In the same way, now this Gnani, Naham deha. Naham deha. Deho Naham. I am not the body. Then we must ask, then who am I? Oham. Soham. Soham means I am that. I am he. I am and he, there are no two actually. Na Kshudraha, na Purushaha. In this way, uh, he is very confirmly Dridha Nishchaya Tada. In the same way, As long as we don't know this, then we never know able to speak firmly as I am not the body. When the knowledge is mature, you are listen to the Shastra thoroughly, then only. Now, after that next half, okay, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am not the Brahman, I am not the Kshatriya, all these okay. These are all negation, negation. Now, ascertain, then who am I? Who am I? The Jivan Mukta, the topic, don't forget, Jivan Mukta. So he is able to claim now and say that Kintu, but Asangaha Aham. One word is very, very important. We'll discuss some extent here, even though it is a preliminary text, and these discussions, topics will come later again in Bhagavad Gita or in many places, but still, we will just some extent. Asangaha word. These words are worthy to meditate. That's why, whether we remember all other things or not, when this kind of statements comes, the Mahavakya, this kind, asangaha, what it mean actually? Detached. English simple meaning. There is no sangam, no attachment. Who? I am. I am asangaha. Detached. Detached to what? Whether really am I having the attachment? If you analyze from different angles, we will come to know that attachment is an illusion. How come? Let us take the examples one or two. One is, let us, our eyes, will take the eyes. Eyes sees the so many colors and the forms. So many. They will keep on change, they will see. If the eyes are the eyes are attached, are they attached to any of those colors and forms? Really speaking, if you think properly, you will understand eyes are not attached to any color and form. They will just show you that color and form of that particular object. That's it. But later on, I want that, I am interested in it, I like it. All these things are happening at the mind level. Then we'll come to the mind also next step. Now, this example. The question is logical if you think, if my eyes are attached to this particular flower, color, I showed this color, and now I'm able to know this is a yellow color rose flower. And then after again I will show another object. Now you will see here is a brown color uh, clay mud pot. Yes, another color, another form. If I keep on show like this hundreds of the objects, different colors and different objects, eyes are just showing them. I mean recognizing them. Now the question is, if eyes are attached to a particular color and form, they should not allow the other color and form to again to see or accept. We never think in this way. In a minute, in a day, how many hundreds and thousands of objects and colors we are seeing. If the eyes are attached to them really, now the space should be filled. Oh, enough now, my memory bank is full. So I cannot no more show any. Eyes are never saying because they were not attached. They were not attached to them. I will give you the same example. Now, this example you apply to many all other senses also. Do the homework. But this eyes example itself, a little more another way we'll say. If suppose you are there in front of me, some nearly 100 people, and My eyes won't say that, oh, 100 is too heavy. No. If they are in my eye vision range, eyes will show, see them. Now, suppose the number is increased up to the 500. Eyes will say, feels any burden extra? No. What 500? 5,000. Eyes will feel any burden and they complain? No. Even 5 lakhs you add, but if your eyes vision range is there, 5 lakhs are there, eyes will show, eyes will see them. Eyes never feel the burden of it or the weight of it. Now, take in a negative way. Now, remove all of them, not even 100. Only one person is there in front of my eyes. Because the number of people, objects are become less, the eyes feel now, Abba, we are so light. I'm feeling so light now. They won't say. So, by adding or by deleting, nothing happened to the eyes. That is the point. What it means, what it indicates, eyes are not attached to anything. Clear? So, same thing with reference to every sense object, sense organ. Now, come little deeper inside to the mind. No, okay, sir, sense organs are not attached to anything. They are just working for the sake of their boss mind. They are sending the signals and the pictures, images, and mind receiving. Generally, we think that I am so attached to this, I am so attached to this. We say, what is that mind generally? There also, mind also is not attached to anything. Think coolly, mind is also not attached to anything. Only it is a Brahma, our illusion that I got. If at all, the same way as I told to the eyes example, if so many things are keep on changing, how many thoughts are coming in the mind, how many thoughts are disappearing in the mind, hundreds, thousands, millions of thoughts and coming and going. If mind is attached to them, one day house full, it should say, memory is full, or the mind is not able to show, think about the other things, but it is keep on changing, and the number of thoughts comes and goes. Nothing happened to the mind. Mind is also just project, I mean, perceiving them, the thoughts, that's it. So if you take the mind aspect also, mind is also not attached. Now, extend this mind example. When we go to the sleep, if the mind is attached to all this bundle of thoughts, it never enter into the sleep. It is just leaving everything and nicely closing its doors. Of course, if that's why the person is too much worried and anxious and anxiety person, the mind is not able to close the door, then sleepless night, that is a different case. But generally, naturally, for every one of us, whatever the burdens, whatever the difficulties, whatever the responsibilities, whatever the commitments, how much you rich you may be, how much beautiful you may be, how much big officer and name and fame, whatever may be, that particular mind, every day, after some time, they become tired. Senses are closed, mind is closed, shop is closed, everything is closed, shut down, shut down. And that shutdown is the asanga. Because of that asangaha shutdown only, you are able to relax. That's why sleep is needed for everybody. And every one of us will say that I am so relaxed after sleeping. See how naturally the Ishvara Prakriti itself is giving us to know our real inner nature. We are going back to our essential nature. That's what is happening in the sleep. But unfortunately, we don't know that. There is ignorance, not knowing the drawback is there. That's why Shastra Upanishad says that Aharahar Brahma Gamayati. Again and again, every day. People likes most is the sleep. Everybody likes sleep. Whatever maybe they have enjoyments and the entertainments and engagements, but still, after some time, I need. It just leaves. The small child play for a long time with so many toys, all that big toys, teddy bear and everything. And before going to sleep, also she keeps the toys in the hand and hugs the teddy bear and sleeps. Then after sleeps, slowly, mommy removes the toys. The child doesn't know because mind is now completely detached. Detached. Even we don't know that all removed. Nothing happened. So attachment is itself the word uh, is wrong. Attachment is not there. Now here asangaha the word, okay, atma me aham, never attached to anything. See, senses itself are not attached. Mind itself is not attached to anything. And buddhi also same way. Buddhi which likes today knows it, it forgets tomorrow. It doesn't like also. Say in the way, then where is the attachment? If these matter, gross things itself is are not having the attachment, what to say about that subtle sukshma atma which is like the space? Do the space having any attachment with anything? Sangam? No, never. So that is the meaning of the asangaha aham. Asangaha aham. Whether I am in a waking state, I am in the deep sleep, and I am in the dream state, I am in the deep sleep. Everywhere, always, I am unattached only. Asangaha. Okay. Little bit more about the mind. One more example also I will tell because these are the very important points and the words which we must analyze deeply and understand. When newly married, the couple are so much attached to each one, natural, and like that we feel like that my mind is attached. Then after the children comes, we are attached to the children. After buying the car, we are attached to the car, we are attached to the house, like that. But observe the attachment which you feel right now sometime is constantly changing again. You have attachment now to something, and after some years or the days or years, the attachment is changed to something. In the childhood we are attached to the toys, and after that we remove this all soft toys and all that, and we are attached to the cycle ball, all that, or the fashion things if the girls. Then after that we are attached to the opposite sex. Then after that, in that marriage life also, we are not, after the days and years goes, the attachment, the attraction will becomes lesser and lesser. Is it not our experience? Everybody's experience is this. For this, a fun example. One husband, when the marriage happened 1 year, 2 years, that's everything is fine. He is very much he loves and keep on tell to his wife, "I love you, my dear wife. I love you, honey. He loves my sweet honey. I love you. I love 1 year, 2 years. Because every year, first years, no, Diwali and Deepavali time, and the father-in-law, mother-in-law, they are respect him so much, honor him, and so much they give so many things. And the second year, third year, every year, but later on, he expects some money also from the then. whom he called honey, honey, honey. Now, where is the money? Your father didn't give money. Your father didn't, yeah, your mother didn't give any jewels. Money means anything. Or the wife itself is honey to me because as long as she is cooperative, helpful, loving, she loves me, she do so many things for me, and she listens to me. That up to that she is honey only. Now when something goes wrong, now this honey not able to bring the money, then he slowly, where is the money? Where is the money? Why you didn't ask your parents? Then if she is not able to get the money, and this fellow husband calls her Shani, you are a bad fortune for me. Shani, you know Shani, Saturn. So like that he scolds and abuse her. So honey slowly become money oriented, and money now finally ended with the Shani word. If the mind is attached to the only honey, why all these things will come? So understand that, my dear friends, a mind also is not attached or attracted to the same thing for lengthy a period of time. That's why we want new things. Everything, everybody, always the mind is running behind the new things. That's why people in the Western, they will keep on their change their wives and husbands also, and houses also, vehicles also. So what these examples are all showing that, in fact, you are as the Atma totally free from any attachment. Attachment is an illusion. Into aham asangah. The aham word should be added. Aham asangah. Then the second word we'll take together, which consists of three words. Then aham sat chit anandah. Aham sat chit anandah. I am sat. Sat means what? Existence. I exist. I exist. I am. But I exist. I don't know that I exist. No. Nobody will have that kind of experience. I exist and I know that I exist. That I know is called Chit, I exist is called Sat. So uh, I know when I can know when I exist only. The existed person will know or non existed person will know. Only existed person only will know. So I exist first and I know next. It is not next. I exist and I know I exist is a simultaneous experience. Simultaneous experience. There is no gap. That's why Sadeva Chit Chideva Sat. Existence principle itself is the conscious principle. Conscious principle itself is the existence principle. You cannot separate them. It's a Shastra for us to make us to understand telling these three words. Now, first two words only I am talking to you. Sat and Chit. I am. I know that I am. Not only that, I am, and I know that I am. I I know that I am. I exist. I exist. I know that I exist, and I know that so many other things also existing. That means this knower is the light. That light word is also coming. Swayam swa prakasha rupaha. Prakasha rupaha. Self shining means light. When why Atma, myself, is called light? Because quali- the characteristics of the light means which shines by itself, and which illumines by itself and illumines the all surrounding around. That is called light. So Atma Aham Swayam Ayam Prakasha Rupaha. That Prakasha Rupa actually word is extra used because Chit means itself is a Prakasham. Now here the Prakasham word, don't mistake as the oh Jyoti, it is a light, it will be how much bright like a sun or no. The expression of the Jyoti word is used in Upanishads also. Okay, Antar Jyotihi. Okay, Narayana Suktam also in the one word comes and the Jyotis Narayana. Why? Prakasha Swarupam. Now, how to understand this Jyoti Prakasham? It is not like the light which we see here, bulb like. Why it is called light? Because which peeps through the eyes or through the mind first and the mind through the eyes. The eyes are seeing. The power that seeing is called light. The ears hearing, the power is called light. The tongue speaking is called the power of speech, light. That is also light. So all five sense organs through which we are able to illumine and they are able to illumine and receive that happening because of the inner consciousness, that shining. If that consciousness is not connected to mind and the mind is not connected to the senses, this transaction won't take place. Okay, you are able to catch. I am dwelling on these words only. Now almost time is getting over. No problem. But we must be clear about it. So Sat and Chit. Chit itself is the Prakashaka Rupaha. When we say, okay, sir, some extent we understood that Prakasha means not a bright light like or star like, because of which light all these five bulbs, that is, five sense organs are able to receive their objects, perceive their objects, that light, the light of the light, we have to say in Kainopanishad, this kind of expression will comes. Okay, current, current of current, the bulb of the bulb. That means what? Uh, the light of the light means these are all five lights. For this, I will give you an example where Adi Shankaracharya expressed in the Dakshinamurti Stotram. Nana Chidra Ghatodara Stitamaha Deepa Prabhabhaswaram Gnanam Chakshusuraadikarana Dwara Bahispandate. For example, you imagine that Nana Chidra Gata. There is a pot. There are many holes to this pot. Okay. And I kept one lamp inside this pot and the holes are there. Then what happens? The light through these holes of this pot, a beam or a ray will come. A ray will come, rays from all the directions. So one light inside, and in the same way, this body pot has got generally they say nine holes. Navadvare pure dehi, Navadvaras. There are six entries, gates, but still the wonder is the prana is not escaping. It escape only in a particular condition. It's a wonder. There are seven holes, nine holes, but everything is kept properly. Whenever it wants something should be released, it is going out. Otherwise, anyhow, this example, what it says, this body pot and having nine holes inside. There is the Atma Prakasham as the reflected consciousness in the Buddhi Chidabhasam, and that is peeping through, projecting, I mean, uh, expressing, beaming the light to the all. In that way, Sat and Chit. But still, with all these expressions and explanations, we are okay. Sorry, okay. What I will get by knowing that I am the Chit and I am Sat and Chit. I exist and I know that I exist, and I know all these things are exist. But I'm so miserable. I'm so sad. I'm having so many problems. Actually, problems and sadness and all these are all belong to the mind. A relative uh, conditions, this body mind only, but not the real inner you. You are then what? Anandaha. That is more important. I feel I'm Chit and Sat and Chit only, but I'm miserable. No, no. This whatever is Sat and whatever is Chit, being they are all pervading Sat and all pervading Chit. It is one and the same and it is unattached to anything. Naturally, its nature is the bliss. This word bliss or ananda also we need to elaborate and understand whether it is a sensual pleasure ananda which we generally think or something is different. That point I will explain to you in the next class. Now we'll conclude here. Remember, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.